guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm finally riding my beautiful M1000RR. I haven't ridden it in a while. I honestly really miss riding it. I think this is still my favorite daily, even better than the M1000RR, the new one that I just got. Even though it's a super sport, they're about the same comfort. The single R might be a little more upright, but this one gives me more wind protection, which I definitely like more. I definitely like these bikes better, more top end, more stable than the naked bike, especially the M1000RR. The Super Duke might be a close second. Oh, this is why I started filming early. We just hit 2,000 miles, 2001 miles. Yeah, the mileage was on 1999, so I wanted to capture the 2,000 mile. It is the only bike that I've technically been down on and kept. Well, I've only been down once before, and that was on the full carbon V4S. And yeah, that bike was definitely not fixable. I mean, it is fixable, you know, engine, all that was good, but way too much work. This bike was very special to me, so we kept her and fixed her after I went down on it. I think this is the first time you guys are seeing this new tank cover, if you want to call it. What do you guys think? Is it too much? I honestly kept it because I thought it was like too much. R1M. I thought it was too much because it doesn't go with the tail, because the tail is kind of like all black. But I kept it because I think in the video it's going to look really good, and I like how it says competition, especially because this piece is painted. It's not like decal, even though if you guys can see here, I already scratched it while installing it, and I put a little bit of blue Sharpie, which you can definitely tell the difference, but it's better than this little dot being white. So yeah, this bike got a few battle scars and stuff like that, but today we're going to BMW Motorcycles in Long Beach to replace this tank. This tank has been scratched and scuffed up everywhere, so we're finally going to get it replaced. After that, I already installed one carbon piece before I left. It's like a little cover right here, right by the sprocket area, that I'll show you guys if I remember when I get to the location, but I already installed that piece. And we have another little carbon piece that we're installing very soon. So yeah, there's a couple more little touch-ups. Also, this bike does have a little leak that we're gonna go get inspected after. So we're gonna do the tank, and hopefully if everything is good, we're going to the shop and install this other carbon piece, the other one that I haven't installed yet, and then this bike should be complete. We just passed the 1-year anniversary of having this bike. I got it in April of last year, I think, like end of April, like right after Coachella. A year with this bike, we've been through a lot of ups and downs. It's definitely like, it's my second most expensive build besides obviously the V4R. This bike is pretty much full carbon. I kept a lot of the white, as I've explained before, because I think I really like the white on the BMW. I think it's signature color, you know, the white with the decals, which is why I kept the white. It would have been cheaper if I replaced some of these OEM parts to carbon fiber. Like, for example, the face, each side of the face is 600 bucks, plus the nose, the carbon nose in the middle is like another, I think, 500 bucks or something like that. So 600, 1200 plus another 500, you know, plus it's more labor because it's multiple pieces. It's about $2,000 just to fix and replace the front face. If I did the full carbon 1-unit face, it would have been, I think, like $600-700. So definitely spent more money trying to get this bike to look how I wanted to, instead of doing like a full carbon fiber build. Similar thing with the tank. I could have gone, this tank, believe it or not, is the same price as a full carbon tank, and I wasn't sure about a full carbon tank, not only because of the looks, but also I'm not sure. Carbon fiber is never 100% with the fitment, so I know, like, it's a tank, you know, and it's going to be a very tight fit, so I didn't want to like mess with it and run into more issues. Plus, as I said, I really like the white with the decals. I think it kind of like, I don't know, it's the bike. When I saw this bike out, I was never a big fan of BMW, and when I saw this, the reveal of the M1000RR, that's when I kind of like fell in love with the bike, and I really wanted it, and it was one of my dream bikes. So I was trying to keep it as OEM looking as possible. It's come a long way with the amount of titanium bolts and stuff like that, and now the extra carbon pieces that I'm adding on it with the new tank. This bike is pretty much going to be about $80,000 by the time it's all done. So yeah, I do want to get brake cooling ducts on this bike as well. nice on it. But I think last time I checked they were sold out, so whenever those are available I'll probably get those as well. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this bike to finally be complete. I honestly really miss riding it. It's such a nice smooth bike, especially with the Brent tuning setup, you know, the tuned velocity stacks and all that good stuff. The Supra I think is trying to play, but there's a cop right there ahead, so if you don't see the cop, bro, you don't want to mess around right now, trust me. Oh. So yeah, this is the new carbon piece I was telling you guys about. Little touch-ups here and there. So now we have this, I think came with the bike. I put this on and put this one on earlier today, and I got this. All right, the bike is done. New tank. We put some it's like a little foam thing. I don't know if you guys can see it right here, but yeah, a little foam so it doesn't rub again on the on the tank and scratch it again, the carbon. I don't know why BMW they have that issue, so they got that. I mean, this little padding should solve that issue. Thank you again to BMW Long Beach, BMW Motorcycles. Took care of me, amazing people over here. And yeah, the M1000 finally has a new tank that is very, very clean. It looks so clean, it almost looks like more white than the rest of the bike. And now we're gonna go install this piece in carbon right here. This is what I wanted to buy. I think I found this piece in blue online. I saw it somewhere. I wanted to buy it and I keep forgetting. I'll try to remember to order it while we're doing the other one later. Pretty loud bike. I'm debating doing a swing arm cover, a carbon cover on the swing arm. Let me know what you guys think. I didn't do it in the first place because the swing arm on this bike is silver, which is it's a little different than the S1000RR. The S1000 is black, so because it looks a little different, I kind of wanted to keep it silver. Plus it kind of goes with the white, but I was looking at it, I was like, carbon fiber would look cool, and you know, it's more carbon, which I love. And besides that, that's the only other missing carbon piece that I would want to get for it. But yeah. Oh my god, this is like bumper to bumper traffic. Again, shout out to BMW Long Beach. Thank you for taking care of the bike. They're very professional and extremely nice. Oh, they did check out the leak over here that I had, and it was pretty much just from the breather because I did the velocity stacks on this bike. So yeah, just like accumulated like little oil there and stuff like that. So there's no leak or a gasket gone bad or anything like that, which is very good to know. I was just, you know, a little worried about that. I was like, what's wrong with a bike? Hopefully it's nothing bad, because, you know, I just got that leak fixed on the V4R. But yeah, glad to know that. So this bike should be all good. It is due for an oil change in like 500-ish miles, because I do my oil changes every 2,500 miles. But yeah, I'm excited to be getting close to finishing the build on this one. Like, these bikes are never over, you know what I mean? You can spend over $100,000 on these bikes, no problem, if you want to literally change and upgrade everything. Same thing with the V4R, you know, I did the full acro system on that bike. There's still a few more things on that V4R because I want to make that bike a $100,000 bike. Technically it already is if I'm counting in labor and all that, but just based on parts and the price of the bike, currently it's a little over $85,000 for that build. But yeah, I want to make that bike a $100,000 bike for sure, and there's a few things that I want to get for the V4R. But with this one, it's almost complete. By the time it's like done, I think it'll be pretty much about an $80,000 bike. So yeah, a lot of money. These are my too expensive kind of like full builds. With most of my other bikes, I just do like, you know, more like simpler, like bolt-on aesthetic stuff, not crazy builds like these. I don't think they're ever gonna make a BMW that looks as good as this generation M1000RR. I've said what I had to say. Ooh, SC on this Brutale. You like the new tank?
Oh, nice.
Remember the old one? Yeah, just got it replaced.
Nice.
I already put on one of the pieces. It's right here. It was one bolt. So this guy,
Oh,
it was literally this one bolt and it clips right here. So I already did this, but so I just need this done. That's it.
Oh, this one is the coolant thing.
Yes, the coolant thing. And I put it back here. So yeah, this guy right here. I had them take a look at it, and they said it's from, because I did velocity stacks on this bike, they said it's from the breather, from the velocity stacks. So yeah, there's like residual that is somewhere back here, and it's kind of leaking down here, and it was coming from right here. You can see it.
Oh, okay.
So it is oil, but they said it's from the velocity stacks. But yeah, I'm debating. What do you think? Should I change? Should I get a carbon fiber cover for the swing arm?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It looks cool like that too.
I know. I kind of like the silver because it goes with the white a little bit. But I like carbon too, so I don't know. Because the silver kind of goes with this, with the exhaust. And it's only on the M. The S is black. I don't think there's anything else carbon that I can get for it besides that. And the cooling ducts.
That's the SPU one?
I have no idea, to be honest, what it is. It just looks cool, so I was like, you know, but it's definitely not as good as the OEM.
No?
No, it's very... Exactly. I do want to get something cool in the front, but I don't know what to get. Alright, we're back. I'm using a flashlight because it took us way longer than expected, because this little piece over here, when got it replaced, the little O-ring over here, the seal, snapped. So we got it replaced, turned the bike on, it started leaking right away, and we're like, what the hell, maybe it's the fitment of this thing. So we tried to check the fitment, blah blah blah, and we're like, okay, whatever. We didn't see what we can fix with it, so we just took it off, put back the stock one. I wasn't gonna use it, and then turned the bike on, and same thing, just started pouring again. So had to take the whole side off, to take this whole thing apart, you know, coolant all over, pissed all the coolant, so, and realized that the O-ring was actually snapped, so had to take the other side off to top off the coolant, and then put a new O-ring over here, and then replace this piece. All of that just to see this much of carbon. Was it worth it? Let me know down in the comments below. I don't know. It was definitely a lot of work for a very, very little piece of extra carbon. Like, this was a lot easier. I got this done in like less than 5 minutes. You know, just a little bolt right here, and then another thing, so I just had to loosen this up and replaced it. But this one, I knew it was coolant and all, so I didn't want to deal with it. That's why I brought it here with the shop, because I don't want coolant all over my garage. But yeah, it definitely took way longer. It's supposed to be the same thing, just, you know, take this off, and this is a cover, it goes over, and it should be all good. But it took over an hour because, you know, everything that happened. So yeah, it's the little things, man. It's the little things. Looks cool. I don't think it was worth that much work, because, you know, I had to buy the piece, and, you know, this much labor and all that. So yeah, but now it is finally done. As you guys see, it's already pretty much dark. It's not even sunset anymore. Made sure I ran the bike like very, very hot, like almost pretty much 200. It was at like 198, and then the fans kicked on, and then cooled the bike down. So yeah, I ran it pretty hot. Hopefully there's like no leaks or anything like that. I'm kind of worried about it, because if I get a coolant leak, then pretty much I can't ride the bike anywhere. You know, I'm not gonna be, because it's just gonna be pissing coolant everywhere, and then I obviously don't want the bike to overheat, so I would be like pretty much stranded. So I was very unsure and worried about it. Hopefully it's all good, and there's gonna be no leaks, fingers crossed. But yeah, when you get into those like really detailed builds, man, it's never an easy job. There's always like something I got on, I think, like a little too quick, and my hip just started cramping right away. But yeah, it's been a minute since I rode this bike, and it was definitely an OCD type of day. That was annoying because, you know, pulling the sides off this bike is kind of stressful because of all the carbon and everything. Oh my god, I saw some reflection and I thought I was leaking and I freaked out. Okay, it looks all good. I literally saw some reflection from the glossy part of the carbon and I was like, oh my god. 165 right now. Doing the speed limit, 163, okay. So so far this is good news. The bike is running cool. I'll obviously check it when I get home. It was a pretty stressful day, you know. The bike had to come apart, you know, for the new tank, the new sides and all that, and with this much carbon it's such a tight fit and a lot of stuff can get like easily scratched and all, so it's definitely a bit stressful, especially when it started leak all the coolant and we had to top off the coolant and all that. So yeah, been a long stressful day with the M1000. It's not more of just, you know, go out and enjoy the bike, but hopefully everything is good with it. Wow, the bike is running in the 150s now. It's actually running pretty cool. Usually I don't think my bikes run this cold, but I've never really looked at the temperature while riding on this bike. So but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, right there. Man, I've been out riding since, I don't even know, I went out like hours ago. It's 8 right now. I think I went out at like 2. 6 hours.